Hi, I'm Stella Aguirre McGregor, and I'm the founder and director of Urbano Project. I want to welcome you to our final event and celebration of our virtual summer program, Co-Victory Garden, from our garden to yours. Co-Victory Garden is a socially engaged art project by artist and curator Sheila Novak. We will hear next from Sheila and our youth artists about this social and environmental project. Welcome again to From Our Garden to Yours. Enjoy.
Co-Victory Gardens is a socially engaged art project that seeks to cultivate connection and illustrate social solidarity amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. We invite everyone to participate by celebrating whatever you grow as a Co-Victory Garden. This project is durational, like the pandemic, and it seeks to acknowledge that gardening can not only provide engagement, nourishment, and healing over the course of a year for ourselves as individuals, but also for our communities. Tonight, we're excited to invite you to participate in the Youth Artist Showcase for Co-Victory Gardens. This summer, with the Youth Artist Program at Urbano, Co-Victory Gardens was the focus of a summer-long program where youth artists not only grew their own gardens, but additionally learned about the tools for social practice art, from manifesto writing and blogs to zines and interviews. These youth artists did a ton of work to engage with each other and also the issues of our time. Tonight, From Our Garden to Yours is a program that invites you not only to participate in a virtual picnic as you learn about the youth artists' work, but also after the picnic, we invite you to stick around and share a little bit about what your garden has meant to you this summer, so we can cultivate community tonight together over food, from our garden to yours.
As we worked in our gardens in an art practice that was focused on tending to the earth, we have been situated on the land of the Wampanoag, Nipmuc, Massachusetts, and Punkapoag people. We believe it is important to acknowledge the histories of the land and the people who have stewarded this land throughout the generations. We wish to pay respect to the elders, both past and present.
Now tonight, From Our Garden to Yours is an opportunity for us to share a space together, albeit over the internet. So if you want to take a second now, go ahead and take a picture of the space you're in, be it your garden or your dining room table. And if you are enjoying a picnic with us, take a photo and send it to covictorygardens@gmail.com. We'll share everyone's opportunity to celebrate the youth artists and the work that they did this summer and the picnics that we all shared remotely.
A green world begins with a green home.
We believe gardening can happen anywhere.
We garden because it brings us closer together and closer to nature.
We seek to change how art is perceived and understood.
We believe gardening is art making.
We garden to express ourselves, spark joy, and come together as a community.
We strive to be our best selves and inspire others to create their own art and start a garden.
We want to spread the positivity of community and engage others through gardening.
We want to live in a world where art can connect everyone everywhere.
We know for sure we can make a difference in the world. We are the future.
In my garden, I learned to plant seeds and care for them and watch them grow. This summer, I created a lot of drawings of nature, of animals and plants and insects like butterflies. The Urbano program gave me more perspective that art can come in many forms, even in gardens like the ones we created this summer through the program.
Some artworks I created were these plants. This one I painted the pot. This is supposed to be like a strawberry. This one is supposed to be like a bumblebee. I tried to make it like summer theme kind of. And another one I made were the co-victory logos, as you can see.
The type of art I made within this program was like zines or like different arts to like social problems or trying to make things of social justice and making my own manifesto or logo, which was fun and everything. And I want to be able to just use that in my own time and at least make change in this world.
What I learned from my garden is patience and responsibility. It's very important to me because I am not a patient person. So this garden taught me that things take their time to get done, and I have to be patient in order to be successful. And I also have to be responsible because that's something that we really need as we become adults. This program made me see art in a different way because I now see it as art isn't just an amazing painting or an amazing drawing. It can be anything that inspires other people and that makes them happy and that can change the future.
In my garden, I was able to learn that gardening can happen anywhere. I live in an apartment, so there isn't much room to have an actual garden. However, I was able to have several plants and grow different kind of herbs. I would consider myself a musician, so the kind of art that I usually make is music. However, by being in this program, I was really able to explore new forms of art, and I actually realized that painting and drawing can be really fun as well. This program really changed how I think about art. Before, I used to think that art is something that is at a museum or something that people have to tell you it's art for it to be art. Now I realize that art has many forms. Oftentimes I've done some sort of social practice myself without even realizing that I was doing it. And I think many of us have. So really being able to put that into words and understand what it means, it's amazing.
We had to plant some sunflower seeds, and this is as tall as it got. It didn't really get that tall. You know, I really wanted it to be all big and tall and everything and see the flower, but it's as tall as it got. So that's why I say that gardening requires a lot of patience. As to art we created, we did signs. We had to do sketches of our garden or just sketches in general in our design journal. We also had to decorate a pot, as you can see. And then I just kept decorating it. We got a little monkey, my favorite part. And then we have a caterpillar. Urbano changed and expanded what I considered art. You know, I used to have that mindset where like art, it had to be something still, like sketches, drawings, paintings, etc., murals. But after the program, I realized that you can definitely create art through interactions.
Something I learned from Urbano, and especially this class, is the importance of community.
I learned that in my garden, you really have to commit to your plants because they really depend on you, and it's something that you have to put a lot of love and care into. The kind of art that I created, I did a lot of painting and drawings, and one of the examples is this pot. So painted it, and then we stenciled it so it says Co-Victory Gardens on it. This program changed how I thought about art because I thought, at the beginning, I thought of it as like my artwork and that was it. But now, after talking a lot about it, I think that it's more of like, it's for the people. Like, you make it, but you make it to inspire others, or you make it for people to have fun. So it's like a two-way project instead of just yours.
I would say I had a pretty clear idea of art before this program, but I think it was cool to talk about social practice a lot more because I didn't know much about that. And looking so deep into social practice art was definitely a new pace for me. I also learned the hard way that sun poisoning can happen to plants.
This program taught me to think about art in a different type of way. I used to think of art as more like mainstream art when it came to paintings in museums and maybe musicians even. But now I feel like I would consider myself more of an artist because I learned about social art and how that affects people's lives and how people who do social art are able to help others. And I feel like that's something I want to do in the future. And during this program, I was just able to learn more about art techniques and different mediums of art.